It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing him over the top.
11.
Right back to Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Play action. It's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They'll go with a 4-receiver look here, 2 on each side as they face a 2nd down and 8. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Look the hot. 11.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it.
Only quick, right? Hey, south.
Throwing now is Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 31 yards there, a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Watkins. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And Burrow going to change the play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow is going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 receivers split out here. It's 3rd and 8.
11 MT. 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And Stroud now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Watkins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Here we go. 11, Thomas.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow going for the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11 MT.
Here's Burrow. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Here we go.
Now Burrow changing the look.
12.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
11, Mighty.
Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Tracy, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Will Anderson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 48 yards. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Stroud to throw it. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember the offense into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
11.
Now Burrow going to change things up. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now it's Burrow. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
11, mighty. Gun.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Christian Harris. Well, CD, you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They give this one to their receiver, Watkins. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
A 5-yard loss sets up 3rd down.
From the 10, this is 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
11 MT, tape. 11 MT, 12. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
12.
Burrow will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
But, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
To throw, Browning.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Burrow on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything.
Yes, sir. He's not past the 50 yet.
Now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt.
I agree. That's just what's in the rule. We that's something we do need to change, though. I agree with you. All right.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for and made.
Blake, Chase.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Stroud looking to change the play.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 5.
Texans. Love it. Flat.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Taking it about the 16. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go. 11,
And now they'll shift things around. A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
On the give, it's Tracy.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and a yard.
11 empty.
They go play action with Burrow. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Here we go. 11,
Now Burrow changing things up here.
11, mighty.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
Kyron Johnson there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Mixon. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Stroud.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
11. Stop.
On the run is Tracy.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
11 Mighty.
Now they'll audible to something else.
11 Thomas. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Here we go.
Here's Tracy.
Oh, what a move. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC.
On 2, ready? Here we go. 12.
And Burrow going to change the play.
Stop.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
12. 11 Thomas. Stop.
On the ground, here comes Tracy.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Go.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Good.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
All right. 2J.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run with Mixon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Out to the right, out to the right. Out to the right.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.